The 13th century was a time of conquest, fear, and war. A powerful force was sweeping across Asia, leaving entire cities in ruins. This force was the Mongol Empire led by the descendants of the mighty Genghis Khan. The Mongols were unstoppable, their armies like a tidal wave of destruction. They had already crushed powerful kingdoms in Persia, Central Asia, and Russia. Their warriors were fierce, their military tactics unmatched. And now, they had set their sights on China. But in the midst of this chaos, in a city under siege, an unlikely hero would rise. Not a warrior. Not a king. But a 12-year-old girl, named Huang Jil. Huang Jil was no ordinary child. Born into a scholar's family in the city of Xiangyang, she was raised in a home filled with books, poetry, and strategy. Her father was a respected advisor, and from a young age, Huang showed exceptional intelligence. She spent hours studying history, military tactics, and philosophy. Unlike other girls her age, who played with dolls and silk ribbons, she listened to war councils and analyzed battle formations. But she never imagined that her knowledge would one day save an entire city. In 1233, the Mongols laid siege to Xiangyang, one of the last strongholds resisting their invasion. If Xiangyang fell, nothing would stop them from conquering all of China. The Mongols were masters of siege warfare. They had massive catapults, flaming arrows, and battering rams. They surrounded the city, blocking all trade and cutting off food supplies. Inside the city, the people were terrified. The soldiers were exhausted. The merchants feared for their lives. The governor considered surrender. The Mongols expected the people to starve and surrender within weeks. But Huang Jil had other plans. One evening, as the city's leaders debated surrender, Huang Jil spoke up. "We cannot fight them with swords or arrows. But what if we fight them with deception?" Her idea was simple but brilliant. She proposed a daring trick. They would make the Mongols believe that Xiangyang had endless food supplies. The next morning, instead of rationing food, they did something shocking. They dumped rice soup into the river, right in front of the Mongol scouts. The Mongols were stunned. Why would they be wasting food if they were starving? Could they have secret grain stores? What if their supplies will last for years? Fear and doubt spread among the Mongol ranks. They had conquered countless cities before, but never had they seen a starving city waste food. For weeks, they hesitated. The longer they waited, the weaker their morale became. Xiangyang's trick had worked. Realizing that a long siege could be disastrous, the Mongols made a shocking decision. They retreated. Huang Jil had outwitted one of the most fearsome armies in history and saved an entire city without a single weapon. History remembers great warriors and kings, but sometimes, the greatest victories come from the most unexpected heroes. Huang Jil's courage and intelligence changed the fate of her city. Her story is proof that wisdom can defeat even the strongest of armies. So the next time you hear a story about war and conquest, remember this. Even the smallest voice can change the course of history.